Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. Hope you're well. Sorry for the late today. I got stuck during the rain. Acha, guys. So today we are revising our section A again, inshallah. Quickly, we will discuss about section A. So I have some notes in front of me. So we will quickly discuss about these topics, right? You can take help. You can make notes as well. So as you know, कि Shah Waliullah is the first reformer we will study today. That he was born in 1703 when Mughal Empire was in decline, guys. The Mughal Empire declined because of Aurangzeb and the successors, and they had disunity issue. They got extravagant. They had a lot of fighting between them, like Nadir Shah and different invaders like Ahmad Shah Abdali, Marathas, Baji Rao. They all basically defeated Mughal emperors and successors. So Shah Waliullah was born at that time, and he was a scholar basically. He's a religious scholar, religious person. Okay. His real name was Kutubuddin. So in 1703, Shah Waliullah was born, guys. At least you have to learn one date of each topic. You don't have to learn when he died, basically. At least this date you can learn. 1703, Mughal Empire was in decline already. So basically, he's famous for spreading the Islam. He's spreading the Islam. So he spread Islam, guys, a lot. He wanted Islam to be the religion, and un-Islam practices should not be practiced. Okay? He basically converted Quran into Persian. Can you see this? So he made Quranic teaching accessible for Muslims. He wrote around 51 books. 51 books he wrote in Persian, in Arabic. His famous work is Hujjatullah Baligha, Izalat Akfa, guys. ठीक है. He also joined in the Battle of Panipat with Ahmad Shah Abdali, who was the Aghwan ruler. He is Aghwan. He joined with Aghwanis, guys. All right. So basically, he joined his forces against Marathas with Ahmad Shah Abdali, or he's called also Durrani. Ahmad Shah Durrani, guys. So basically, he wanted to improve the lives of Muslim guys. He fought battles also for Muslims, for the pride of Muslims. So he worked really hard to improve Islam. At that time, he wanted Hindu culture, like westernized culture, British culture, to be erased, to be out of the lives of Muslims. So he wanted to bring Islamization, basically Islamic rules, and he also unites Sunni and Shia at that time. So Shah Waliullah was a very fine scholar. Then Sayyid Ahmad Barelvi. Right. So Sayyid Ahmad Barelvi is famous for jihad movement. He was a jihadi, guys. He was a jihadi. He's famous for jihad movement. Right? He wanted freedom of worship because he was against Ranjit Singh. Ranjit Singh was a Sikh ruler. Okay, he was against Ranjit Singh, guys. Ranjit Singh was a Sikh ruler in Punjab. He basically wanted to erase Islam. Ranjit Singh basically banned Azan. Okay, he banned Parda, and Ranjit Singh oppressed Muslim. Ranjit Singh wanted to erase Islam. So Sayyid Ahmad Barelvi stood up. He basically, he tried to. He was a very courageous person. He started jihad movement, and there was a battle of Balakot as well, in which Sayyid Ahmad Barelvi was killed with 600 other followers. So 600 Mujahideen, jihadis were killed. All right. So Ranjit Singh was very powerful. But the good thing about Sayyid Barelvi is that in Battle of Akora and Hazrot, there were two battles which Sayyid Ahmed Barelvi won. He was victorious. Sayyid Ahmed was victorious in these battles against Ranjit Singh, Akora and Hazrot. And he was defeated in Battle of Balakot in 1831, guys, because he was betrayed by the local people. He was also betrayed. So that's why he was defeated. So Sayyid Ahmed Barelvi also wanted to spread Islam, and he basically was against non-Muslims rulers. Like he was against of Hindus, landlords who treated Muslim harshly, and British landlords were oppressing us as well at that time. It was a time when Battle of Plassey and Buxar already occurred, and British has plundered Bengal, Ohud, Orissa, all these places. Orissa, Bihar, basically. ठीक है. So this is about Sayyid Brili. And then we have Hari Sharif. Hari Shariatullah is basically is famous for Faraizi movement, guys. He is famous for Faraizi movement. Faraizi movement, guys. So Faraizi movement, he wanted Muslims to follow strict Islamic law. And Faraiz mean obligation, guys. Obligation jo namaz hai, like Hajj, Zakat, pillars of Islam. So he wanted Muslim to follow obligation because they were far from religion. At that time, it was Darul Harb. What is Darul Harb, guys? Where un-Islamic practices are common. The place where drinking, gambling, adultery, and all the sinful activities are going on. Any place where there is un-Islamic ruler, where there is un-Islamic policies, where Muslims are oppressed, where Muslims are away from religion, they are into drinking, gambling, adultery. So that place is called Darul Harb, basically un-Islamic, where Islamic policies are not there. Islamic, there's where non-Muslim are ruling. So that's why Hari Shariatullah started Faraizi movement to practice Islam, so that he told Muslim that they should follow strict Islamic obligations. He should follow prayer, zakat, all these. At that time, he also opposed, Haji Shariatullah opposed high taxation imposed by British. British imposed high taxation. We had low salaries already. At that time, we had low salaries. We were in poverty. And British imposed high taxes. So basically, Hari Shariatullah opposed it. He opposed high taxation of British. British imposed high taxes, guys. Then Hari Shariatullah's son, inke beta, their son, Haji Shariatullah's son name was Dadu Mian. Son name was Dadu Mian. Dadu Mian is also called, the real name is Mohsinuddin. So Mohsinuddin was the real name of Dadu Mian. He was the son of Haji Shariatullah. He is the son of Haji Shariatullah, guys. So Haji Shariatullah followed the footsteps of his father, guys. He also started Faraizi movement. He continued Faraizi movement, which was started by his father. So he started Faraizi movement. And he also opposed high taxes. He created a lot of difficulties, and Dadu Mian was also arrested. Mohsinuddin was also arrested by British because he went further and he asked for jihad. He also started jihad as well against British, but British arrested him. Right? We have discussed about Battle of Balakot of Sayyid Ahmad Barelvi, basically. Okay? Not Sayyid Khan Barelvi. Sayyid Ahmad Barelvi. Then Battle of Okada. Of course, we have discussed in Battle of Okada and Hazrod. Sayyid Barelvi defeated the British. Okay, I've done the Shavlila question. Now, what will be the levels? How you will do the question? What is the CI format for the question like this? It was the work of Shah Waliullah or Barelvi the most important factor in reviving Islam than any other? So you have to write all three reformers, guys. You have to write all three reformers in this 14-mark question. So level 1, you will write introduction. Right? Sayyid Ahmad Barelvi was a scholar and jihadi, Hari Shariatullah started Faraizi. So you will identify the reasons. Okay? You have to identify 5 reasons here. Okay? So I'll tell you, there are 3 reasons here, but you will write. So Shah Waliullah wanted to revive Islam. Okay? He wrote books in Arabic. Okay? Sayyid Ahmad Barelvi started jihad movement. He also opposed the Hindu landlord. He also opposed Ranjit Singh. Okay? Haji Shariatullah started Faraizi movement because of high taxes, and he wanted to bring Islam into the lives of Muslims. So you will give 5 reasons here. I've given 3 here, but you will write 5. Okay? 5 reasons, any 5. Maybe 2 of Shah Waliullah, 2 of Barelvi, or 2 of those 2 reasons. You can write it down here. Then you will explain here about Shah Waliullah. He was a scholar. He wrote book. He wrote Quran into Persian. He fought Battle of Panipat. Okay? And then Sayyid Barelvi and Haji Shariatullah. So you have explained Shah Waliullah also. You will explain Sayyid Barelvi also and Haji Shariatullah also. Shah Waliullah, Sayyid Barelvi, and you have to explain 3 of them, all 3, and then you say, okay, I agree with Shah Waliullah, or I agree with Barelvi, or I agree with Haji Shariatullah. So it can be a reason. Okay? So yeah, आपका reformers का topic हो गया. Now come to Mughal Empire. Babur's real name is Zahiruddin Muhammad, guys. He fought Battle of Panipat in 1526. Must use the dates. 1526. He defeated Ibrahim Lodi. There was a ruler of Delhi. He defeated Ibrahim Lodi, and he fought Battle of Panipat and defeated. So he was undefeated. He was very successful. And then there was Akbar. There was Akbar. अब बाबर के बाद तो there was Humayun and then Akbar. ठीक है. So Akbar basically started Deen-e-Ilahi, guys. Deen-e-Ilahi was a new religion introduced by Akbar. In the lover's wife से मोहब्बत करता था जोड़ा Akbar, and it was unsuccessful because it में Islam and Hinduism दोनों था, which is not acceptable by us. We cannot accept this. So Muslims and Hindus, Muslims were not with Akbar. They were against with Akbar because Akbar did something bad for religion. He basically mixed Islam and Hinduism together. It was not good idea for him. So Akbar was a successful ruler. He expanded the empire vastly. He was 13 years old when he took over the throne. He became the emperor. Then Khurram. Khurram is Shah Jahan, guys. Shah Jahan, the owner of, the founder, the maker of Taj Mahal. His wife name was Mumtaz. So he made Mumtaz Mahal. Taj Mahal is same thing. So Shah Jahan had 4 sons: Dara Shikoh, Shah Shuja, Murad, Aurangzeb. There was a succession dispute between their between his son. Succession ka dispute, who will become the throne. So he was a father. Shah Jahan was a father. Khurram, ठीक है. So he got 4 sons, and these 4 sons started fighting with each other, and then Aurangzeb became the emperor. What is Mansabdari system, guys? Mansabdars, they are the zamindars. It was introduced by Akbar to collect taxes. They wanted to collect taxes. They were the tax collector to collect taxes, guys. Mansabdari system was that the local nawabs, local landlords were given the authority, were given the permission to collect the taxes at the time. Okay? Then was Marathas or Shivaji. Shivaji was the founder of Marathas. He was the founder of Marathas. They also created Hindu Empire. Nobody will tell you this details. Empire. All right, guys. Nadir Shah. Nadir Shah was a Persian ruler. He was a Persian ruler, basically. He attacked Mughal Empire. He looted. He also took the Peacock throne. Okay? He looted Delhi. He attacked on Delhi, or Muhammad Shah ko defeat kiya. Muhammad Shah is the son of Aurangzeb. So Aurangzeb's son was defeated. So Mughal emperors and successors were defeated by Nadir Shah. Nadir Shah was very powerful. So he plundered Delhi and he took a lot of jewels. Okay? Robert Clive was the first EIC lord, guys. Robert Clive was the first EIC commander and lord, you can say. Robert Clive. So he was appointed by British and he was appointed the lord of EIC. He was trading and all. He wanted to expand his control. He did Battle of Plassey. He's famous for Battle of Plassey. And basically Nawab of Bengal. He basically started to fight with Nawab of Bengal. Hector Munro. Hector Munro was the commander in Battle of Buxar. This is not in the book, guys. This is something new for you. Battle of Buxar. So Hector Munro was a commander at that time, and he fought the battle against the Mughals and Mir Qasim, the son of Mir Jafar. So Hector Munro defeated Nawab of Bengal. Oh, sorry, you can say Nawab of Oudh, Shah Alam to Mughal Empire. So Mir Jafar's son tha. So he was against that. So Hector Munro ने easily defeat कर दिया था. और then British took over Bihar, Orissa. ठीक है. So Battle of Buxar was against, combined for the Mir Jafar, Nawab of Oudh. ठीक है. और Mir Qasim as well. Mir Jafar का बेटा कौन था? Mir Qasim. So who was Mir Qasim? He was the son of Mir Jafar. Mir Jafar was a traitor, but his son was a good person. He wanted to defeat British. Regulating Act. So Regulating Act was that कि British took over EIC now. So EIC को take over कर लिया था British government ने. So that's why this is called Regulating Act, guys. Lord Wellesley. Lord Wellesley is the one who basically defeated Tipu Sultan, and Tipu Sultan has also defeated him many times in Mysorean wars. Mysorean wars. So Tipu Sultan was killed by Lord Wellesley because there was a traitor. टीपू का एक ट्रेटर था, कमांडर था, मीर सादिक. His name is Mir Sadiq, guys. Mir Sadiq opened the fourth gate, the largest gate, and let British enter. Mir Sadiq जो है वो गद्दार था. He led the British army entered into the fort of Tipu Sultan. ठीक है. अच्छा. The Lord Wellesley also introduced subsidiary alliance. What was subsidiary alliance? That rulers can stay on the throne. Rulers were stay on the throne but lost their power. Rulers की powers lost हो गई. Rulers lost their powers. British announced this alliance that Indians, the local Nawabs, cannot make alliance with anybody else. But British wanted to make them weaker. British wanted to make them weaker, guys. So basically, Lord Wellesley was the one who defeated Tipu Sultan. He defeated Lord Wellesley, even defeated uh, at the time, I think so. नहीं, Lord Wellesley time नहीं होगा, ठीक है. So Lord Wellesley basically took over all the areas like Mysore. Then because Battle of Plassey हुई थी, Bengal was basically taken over British. So Titu Mir, he was a jihadi, guys. Another person, Titu Mir. His real name is Sayyid Mir Nisar. ठीक है. He is also called Mithar Ali. Here, Mithar Ali or Sayyid Nisar. ठीक है. So he has different names. Sayyid Mir Nisar. Right. So Titu Mir was a Bengali freedom fighter and he wanted to basically defeat British. ठीक है. और इसका नाम था, तो टीपू सॉरी हम बात करें तीतू मीर की. यस. तो तीतू मीर बंगाली फ्रीडम फाइटर था. इसने ब्रिटिश को, ही आल्सो डिफीटेड ब्रिटिश इन बैम्बू फोर्ट. बट इसको आफ्टर बेसिकली 4 or 5 days, 5 days ऑफ फाइटिंग, ही वाज आल्सो डिफीटेड. तो इसको भी डिफीट कर दिया था ब्रिटिश ने. ही वाज किल्ड. ही वाज डिफीटेड एंड किल्ड, गाइस. ठीक हो गया. टीपू सुल्तान, आई टोल्ड यू कि टीपू सुल्तान वाज अ ब्रेव person and he loved tigers as well. His real name is Fateh Ali. His father name was Heather Ali, and he several time defeated British. Several time he defeated British, guys. And but after that, Mir Sadiq betrayed him. Doctrine of Lapse, guys. Doctrine of Lapse was introduced in 1852. It was a law by British to take over the lands. Lands take over करने थे. Land grabbing scheme थी. जमीनों पे कब्जा, confiscate the lands. Land grabbing scheme थी. तो British, it was unpopular, so they took Satara, Jhansi, Satara, Nagpur, Jhansi. All these areas fell into the British hands. Then Ranjit Singh, आपको बता दिया कि he basically banned azan and पर्दा. ठीक है. He was very cruel ruler in Punjab. He oppressed Muslims. ठीक हो गया. अच्छा. Why were British able to replace Mughals as a dominant force in subcontinent by 1850? So of course, British were very successful, guys. British were very successful to basically defeat Mughal Empire. Yeah, Mughals were made weaker because British had weapons, army. They used to bribe people. Indians were weak, guys. Indians were weak. Mughal emperors were weak. They were, you know, they were not united. They did not have any kind of objective, aim. Indians were weak. So that's why this is the reason. Why did Indian subcontinent attract European traders? Like this is the question for arrival of British. Why British arrived? Arrival of British. Why British arrived? Because India was a port. Because the port, immense wealth, guys. European forces were also trading there. Like वो कहते हैं ना कि उसने प्राडो ली तो हम भी प्राडो लेंगे. So that's why British, basically what happened कि European countries were already trading in India. So British also wanted to trade. British also wanted to trade, guys. समझ रहे हैं बात? Walsall. ठीक हो गया. Right, guys. So basically, so why British arrived in India, or why the subcontinent attracted them? Because British had strategic port. Well, European countries were already trading there, so British also wanted to do this. It was a golden sparrow, guys. Golden sparrow is the good word. If you want to get aesthetic, you have to use this word, golden sparrow. You must use the words. Okay? There was maximum profit to exporters. Exporters can earn a lot of money, guys. Portuguese and Dutch were already trading there at the time. It was a warm water port where no floods, no landslidings, or there's no disaster basically. So it was a safe. Why the successors of Aurangzeb failed to prevent the decline of Mughal Empire? Okay, successor of Aurangzeb, like after Muhammad Shah, after the Aurangzeb, why they could not basically save the Mughal Empire? So you have to write Mughal Empire decline reasons. So because Mughal emperors become lazy, weak, corrupt, they could not fight. They spent all the money, spent huge amount of money on wars, on their extravagance. They made Taj, after that, they made different mosques or palaces basically. Akbar used to order 100 dishes at one time. Can you imagine that? They were so extravagant, Fazul Kharch, extravagant. 100 dishes Akbar used to order in one time. They became bankrupt. Their treasures become empty. So there were many reasons why Mughal Empire declined, guys, because British had advanced weapons and all. ठीक है, Marathas, Afghans, and Persian attacked them. Nadir Shah, Ahmad Shah Abdali, Baji Rao, Shivaji, Marathas rulers. Marathas made their own empire, Hindu empire, guys. लेकिन नादिर शाह ने अटैक किया. ठीक है, अहमद शाह अब्दाली ने अटैक किया. ठीक है, मनसबदारी सिस्टम फेल्ड. जो टैक्स कलेक्शन थी वो फेल हो गई. औरंगजेब trusted his landlords to collect taxes, but they failed. They became corrupt, guys. Mughal Empire became weak and vulnerable. Right? How successful were British in expansion, guys? Many students have no idea about this expansion. How come, guys? This is a very important topic. This is very important question over here for October. Very important, I would say. Please be attentive, concentrate, right? So let's discuss about, who will tell me about this question, guys? Anybody who want to discuss how British expanded their control between 1750 to 1850? 17 to 1850. Zen Gaur, mashallah, very good. Please share.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam.
Sir, between 1750 and 1850, there were tons of reasons why how easily the British took over. Many things took place, like sir, the Battle of Buxar and the Battle of Plaze, and then sir, the British of Bengal. और फिर उसके बाद sir, they started annexing Sindh and Punjab, and by Battle of Buxar और इनके सारे influence it increased to Orissa, Oud and many others. And sir, all the other बाकी सारे जो जितने भी सारी dynasties थी जो इंडिया को रन कर रहे थे, मुगल एम्पायर्स थे, they were all fighting with each other and they were all vulnerable. On the other hand, British, they were making lots and lots of profit and they were improving क्या कहते हैं their army. और फिर ऊपर से जो है उनके साथ में जो है वो इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन भी वहाँ पे हुआ था and they were using advanced technology in battle to take over other countries.
So please also tell me about Regulating Act.
Regulating Act, sir, Regulating Act is that the one who British government ने जो है took over करने का लिया था? नहीं, that was the 1784 Act. इससे पहले
To take over EI.
1784 का मुझे याद है, उसके अंदर British took over India.
Regulating Act, basically British took over EIC And in Pitt's India Act, basically British took over the government. Especially
हाँ,
he
the civil
sent
service.
Warren Hastings was the first Governor General, guys.
They took over
Warren,
the civil service और एक
yes,
उन्होंने पूरी पुलिस फोर्स जो है ऑर्गेनाइज करी थी एंड सिविल सर्विस के अंदर भी काफी ज्यादा जो है इंडियंस had kind of वो अनबन हुई थी लोगों से because there were most of them were Britishers, there were not many Indians in it.
very good, Zain. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very good. Yes, Yusuf Hussain, tell me about Tipu Sultan's, how British defeated Tipu Sultan in 1799, and what was the issue with Tipu Sultan and British?
Sir, the first reason that the subsidiary alliance came, which said that rulers had to give all their powers to the British and stay obedient to British. लेकिन सर टीपू सुल्तान ने इसको मना कर दिया और बोला कि एक दिन की शेर की जिंदगी 100 दिनों की गीदड़ की जिंदगी से बेहतर है. Sir, then
क्या
he
बात?
said, so, so फिर he fought
Tipu
many wars with
refused to
British.
accept subsidiary alliance. टीपू सुल्तान रिफ्यूज टू एक्सेप्ट सब्सिडी अलायंस, गाइस. कोई भी नहीं बताएगा कि ब्रिटिश ने कहा था कि तुम लोग इस सब्सिडी अलायंस में क्या था कि ब्रिटिश अनाउंस दैट के जितने भी रूलर्स हैं दे हैव टू एक्सेप्ट ब्रिटिश एज देयर रूलर्स. ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट चलाएगी, ब्रिटिश को मानना पड़ेगा. लेकिन टीपू ने कहा था कि मैं गीदड़ नहीं हूँ, शेर हूँ, मैं चीता हूँ, मैं टाइगर हूँ, मैं टाइगर लवर हूँ, तो मैं टाइगर की तरह मर जाऊंगा, मुझे गीदड़ की तरह नहीं जीना. तो गीदड़ की 100 साल की जिंदगी से बेहतर है चीते की या शेर की एक दिन की जिंदगी जी ले. तो जी ले सिमरन. तो टीपू सुल्तान ने रिफ्यूज करी थी सब्सिडी लाइंस के वी विल नॉट एक्सेप्ट ब्रिटिश एज अवर रूलर्स. तो टीपू सुल्तान ने कहा कि भाई मैं जान दे दूंगा लेकिन इनके आगे सरेंडर नहीं करूंगा, इनको एक्सेप्ट नहीं करूंगा. वेरी गुड. तो कैसे टीपू सुल्तान को कौन सा गद्दार था, किसने गद्दारी की थी?
Sir, Mir Sadik.
मीर सादिक. क्या गद्दारी की थी, काम क्या किया था उसने गद्दारी?
Sir, while Tipu Sultan was sleeping, he opened the fort gates to let the British in and kill him.
वेरी गुड. सो ही ओपन द गेट्स एट नाइट. और फिर थोड़ी सी वॉर हुई थी, टीपू सुल्तान ने रेजिस्ट किया था, स्मॉल सी वॉर हुई थी बट टीपू वाज किल्ड. वेरी गुड यूसुफ, माशाल्लाह. तो हु विल टेल मी व्हाट हैपेंड इन 1803 गाइस? 1803, 1803 guys. 1803, 1818, because we are discussing until 1850. Hello guys, 1 2 3. Hello, 1 2 3. 1803, 1818. Yes, Zainab Ali.
Sir, in 1803, Shah Alam II surrendered and seeked British protection, and so the Mughal Empire ended completely.
Very good.
And his sons were also beheaded. And then in 1818, the Marathas were defeated because they were backstabbed by British.
Yeah.
And then in 1827, I think British annexed Sindh.
Yeah.
Where they provoked Sir Charles Napier provoked emirs to fight them, and when the war happened, Sindhis the emirs got defeated. And then for Punjab and NWFP, Ranjit Singh was ruling there, and he was very powerful. So British decided to befriend him instead of fighting with him. And when he died, Sikhs got worried and they decided to attack British.
Very good.
And in 1846, Battle of Aligarh took place. And so Sikhs got defeated between 1848 to
Very good, Zainab. Keep it up, mashallah. Thank you so much. So guys, Zainab and Zain is right. They both are right. So in 1803, British took over Delhi. In 1880, Marathas were defeated by British. In 1827, Titu Mir was killed by British. In 1843, Sindh was annexed. And 1847, Punjab was annexed, means to take over. So British took over Sindh by defeating Amirs, and British took over Punjab and NWFP by defeating the Sikh army. Sikhon ko bhi defeat kar diya. And then there was second time also British defeated Sikh. So Sikhs were defeated again. Defeated again. The second Sikh war. Second time 6 were defeated. Very good, Zen. So guys, these dates are important. जब timeline वाला सवाल होगा तो CI expects from you कि you should use these dates. क्या issue है इस dates में? कोई issue नहीं है. ठीक है? Yes, सही बात. We can enter that as well. 1847 death of Ranjit Singh. Very good, guys. Keep it up, mashallah. So you people are involved, mashallah. I like this spirit. Alhamdulillah, good, perfect हो गया. चलें, let's continue. Okay, so continue. We are completing section A today. I'm trying to my best to cover the section A today in this class. So why British was successful, guys? I have written here. Better Place, Buxar, Bengal was taken, Regulating Act and Fish India Act came, Titu Mir. So this is 5 to 6 reasons you have to mention, guys. आप लोग कहते थे सर कैसे आंसर्स बनाए? Now you have everything here. ठीक है? So I cannot share it with you. You can just take my class and you can learn it. ठीक है? So this is proper CI formats, proper answer formations for your answers. In level 2, you will identify all the regions of this 1750 से 1850 सारी कहानी सुनाओगे. तो dates अगर ना भी डालो तो no problem. ये 1848 तक मैंने सारी बता दी है यहाँ पे. 1848 में ये annexation हुई थी पंजाब की. Explain करने के नवाब ऑफ बंगाल जो था. What happened in Battle of Plassey? कि नवाब ऑफ बंगाल को फ्रेंच ने encourage किया कि आप ब्रिटिश को अटैक करें. ब्रिटिश को EIC को अटैक करें. तो he attacked as well. But मीर जाफर जो था गद्दार, he betrayed नवाब, और he did not cover the weapons. His cannonballs, cannons को cover नहीं किया था. बारिश हो गई थी और इसने गद्दारी क्या की थी मीर जाफर ने कि he did not cover the cannonballs during the rain. अब cannons जो हैं और cannonballs जो हैं वो गीली हो गई. It became wet in the rainy season. इस वजह से नवाब के cannons काम नहीं करे और ब्रिटिश के कैनन काम कर रहे थे. ब्रिटिश ने कवर कर लिया था. बट मीर जाफर डिलिबरेटली, ही वाज द कमांडर ऑफ नवाब ऑफ बंगाल सिराजुद्दौला. तो मीर जाफर जानबूझ के डिलिबरेटली ही डिड नॉट कवर द कैनन बॉल्स. दैट्स व्हाई नवाब ऑफ बंगाल सिराजुद्दौला वाज किल्ड एंड हिज बॉडी वाज फाउंड इन द रिवर. कैन यू इमेजिन दैट कि ब्रिटिश थ्रू हिज बॉडी इन द रिवर. देन मीर जाफर का बेटा था मीर कासिम. ही वाज अ गुड बॉय. ही वाज अ गुड बॉय. ही गुड है. He was not like a traitor. He was not like his father. So Mir Qasim joined his forces with Nawab of Oudh, Sadat Khan, Shah Alam II in Battle of Buxar. But they were also defeated. So British were very powerful. British Plassey bhi jeet gaya और Battle of Buxar bhi jeet gaya. British expansion पढ़ रहे guys. Make sure British expansion 1750 to 18. ये सवाल है how successful. इसी का सवाल एक और आता है why British was successful. That is a different question, guys. There are two type of questions. Same है बस how की जगह why होगा. How successful British and why British was successful. These are two different questions. I will do both with you guys. Don't worry. ठीक है. ठीक है. How successful were British? So they were very successful, guys. They did Battle of Plassey, Buxar. ठीक है. अपने एक्स लाए, एक्सपेंशंस की, तीतू मीर को डिफीट कर दिया, पंजाब ले लिया. So they were very successful, guys. In Battle of Buxar, basically Mir Qasim was defeated as well. Then British were they got huge profits. बंगाल लूट लिया इन्होंने. Regulating Act लाए जिसमें ब्रिटिश ने took over कर लिया. They took direct control of EIC as well. Pitt's India Act was that they made their own governor general. Provincial governor होगा, commander होगा, government jobs होंगी, तो they took over the government. So Pitt's India Act basically to take over the government, and whereas Regulating Act is to take over EIC. So there is a big difference between these both acts. That Regulating Act was for EIC to take over. British government took over EIC, and Pitt's India Act में government was took over. Police होगी, legal system होगा British का. Then Tipu Sultan was killed as well. I told you just now, and then Amirs of Sindh में अमीर रहते थे, they were also defeated. इनको भी defeat कर दिया गया. And then Ranjit Singh की army को भी defeat किया. 6 were also defeated. So 6 were also defeated. So this is the expansion of British. Now War of Independence, guys. Okay, what was War of Independence? First, I'll tell you the War of Independence causes. Okay, what were the causes of War of Independence? Yeah, first of all, we do the causes. War of Independence, 1857. There was a war, guys, between British versus Indians. So there was a war because we were in poverty, we were poor, we did not have weapons. So we started fighting with British. But Hindus started it. ये याद रखिएगा, Muslims did not start. Hindus started it. There was a sepoy, there was a soldier in British army called Mangal Pandey, guys. Mangal Pandey tha, he was the one who basically went against because of grease cartage. British announced new cartages, guys, which was made up of fat of pig and cow. ठीक है, so वो कार्टेज थी, उसको लोड करना पड़ता था, and Mangal Pandey refused to touch this cartage. He was a soldier in British army. He refused to touch this cartage because those cartage, it was a rumor, guys. ये rumor है, ये सारा rumor थी. It was not the actual case. It was just a rumor that the cartage was made up of pig and cow fat. So Mangal Pandey refused to touch it, and they started to basically go oppose. So British executed Mangal Pandey. British hanged him. British put him to death. Mangal Pandey was killed, and then other soldiers also started riots and protests and demonstrations, and huge attacks were started on British because of cow fat. Cow is like a mother for Hindus. Cow is like a mother. It's a holy animal for them. Okay, they worship this animal. So they were not happy with that. They were angry. So other soldiers also, so Indian troops also started, and they took over Meerut and other states. And then in Kanpur, basically, this is also called Kanpur. Okay, Kanpur or Kanpur is same thing, guys. If they ask you what was Kanpur event, what was Kanpur for 4 marks, it's the same story, guys. Okay, so Nana Sahib was the one who stood up against British, and he killed British forces. 300 women and children were killed. So Nana Sahib was a good person who defeated British. Somehow he killed 300 of them, but he escaped later. He escaped later on. Then British lost control of the areas like Mathura, Kanpur, Jhansi. Okay. Ji Mutahira, I'll discuss after the class. Okay, whatever issues you have, I'll discuss after the class. Okay, you can WhatsApp me. All the new students, please WhatsApp me if you want to continue. Okay, I'll be revising the whole course, inshallah. So you don't worry about it. I can complete entire section A in one class. No worries. Then Nana Sahib escaped. After that, there was a Rani of Jhansi. There was a Rani of Jhansi, Lakshmi Bai. So she was a woman, she was a lady, and she used to dress as a man. And she also basically, she had a problem with the subsidiary alliance. She also said to British that I will not accept you as a ruler. So subsidiary alliance ne bhi refused kar di. She refused to accept subsidiary alliance. Tipu Sultan और Rani of Jhansi ने दोनों ने subsidiary alliance को मना कर दिया था. तो ब्रिटिश ने कहा बेटा हमें मना कर रहे हो, हम तुम्हें छोड़ेंगे ही नहीं. तो Rani of Jhansi was killed as well. तो Rani of Jhansi की भी छुट्टी हो गई. अभी सवाल है कि बहुत इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लैप्स द मेन कॉज ऑफ वॉर है. क्या causes of the war? Doctrine of lapse, it is one of the reasons, guys. There were political reasons like doctrine of lapse. Doctrine of lapse क्या है? If there is no male heir, अगर male नहीं होगा, if there is no male heir, male वारिस, if there is no male heir, अगर कोई वारिस नहीं है मर्द, तो British would take over the land. British take over कर लेंगे lands को. तो British ने सतारा, नागपुर, झांसी, ये सारे land वगैरह British ने ले लिए. तो डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लैप्स क्या था कि ब्रिटिश टुक ओवर ऑल द लैंड्स. लैंड ग्रैबिंग स्कीम थी, गाइस. ये लैंड ग्रैबर्स थे ब्रिटिश. तो ब्रिटिश ने झांसी, सतारा, नागपुर ये सब ले लिए लैंड्स. ठीक है, रेड फोर्ट, लाल किला भी ले लिया. ठीक है. देयर वर अदर रीजंस आल्सो कि ब्रिटिश ने हाई टैक्सेस लगा दिए थे. खुद ब्रिटिश हाई रैंक्स पे जॉब करते थे. हमें इंडियंस वर गिवन लो पोस्ट. हमें बहुत लो पोस्ट दी जाती थी, सिपाहीज वाली. सिपाही बना दिया जाता कि जान हमारी चाहे, खुद कमांडर बने. ठीक है. फिर सती वाज बैंड, पर्दा वाज बैंड. ठीक है. सती क्या है? जिसमें हिंदू वाइफ को जला दिया जाता है. व्हेन बर्निंग ऑफ हिंदू वाइफ, विद हर डेड हस्बैंड, अगर मर्द मर जाएगा, हस्बैंड मर जाएगा, तो हिंदू कस्टम है कि बीवी को भी जला दिया जाए। फिर क्रिश्चियन मिशनरीज आ गई थी, बाइबल पढ़ाया जा रहा था, ठीक है, और इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज कल्चर आ गया था। पिग्स, ग्रीस कार्टेज वाली बात आ गई थी, वो प्रोहिबिटेड, वो मसला था। तो डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लेफ्ट बहुत बड़ा इशू था, तो इट वाज वन ऑफ द रीजन, ठीक है। अच्छा, व्हाट वर द इवेंट्स, अब ये सवाल, चले मैं बताता हूँ। अब इवेंट्स का सवाल है, व्हाट वर द इवेंट, व्हाट हैपेंड ड्यूरिंग दिस वॉर। आई जस्ट टोल्ड यू दैट ग्रीस कार्टेज का मसला था, ठीक है, नाना साहब ने ब्रिटिश को मारा, न्यू कार्टेजेस आ गई थी, आपको बता दिया मैंने, नाना साहब ने काफी लड़ाई की, रानी ऑफ झांसी का मसला था, ठीक है, लक्ष्मीबाई रानी ऑफ झांसी, इसने लड़ा था। तो ये तो इवेंट सारे हमने कर लिए। अब ये सवाल अभी आया है, जो पेपर नहीं हुआ ना अप्रैल वाला, अप्रैल में जो पेपर है आपका जून वाला 2021, ये सवाल आया है इस साल गाइस। ये सवाल शायद आपको कोई भी नहीं कराता, और मैंने ऑलरेडी करवा चुका हूँ, फिर से करवा रहा हूँ, बिकॉज आई नो दिस क्वेश्चन वाज इम्पोर्टेंट। तो इस साल तो 1857 कॉजेज ऑफ द वॉर आएगा, तो ये आया है अभी 2021 का जो पेपर नहीं हुआ, लेकिन पेपर रिलीज किया था ब्रिटिश ने, तो ये अभी आया है। तो व्हाट वर द इफेक्ट्स, उन्होंने कहा था टू व्हाट एक्सटेंट, इस तरह कहा था उन्होंने, टू व्हाट एक्सटेंट करके कहा था, टू व्हाट एक्सटेंट वॉर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस वाज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर इंडियंस। कोई मसला नहीं, तो ये इफेक्ट्स ऑफ द वॉर का सवाल है कि इसके बाद क्या हुआ कि डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लैब जो था, जो 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 अगर मेल हायर नहीं होगा तो डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लैब्स वाज अबॉलिश्ड, डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लैब्स को खत्म कर दिया गया, अच्छी बात है, बाय लॉर्ड कैनिंग गाइस। वॉर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस में कौन था? लॉर्ड कैनिंग था। नोबडी विल टेल यू, योर बुक्स डजंट से अबाउट इट, nobody will tell you कि लॉर्ड कैनिंग was the one who was the lord during 1857 की वॉर में, लॉर्ड कैनिंग था। कैन यू इमेजिन दैट? तो बेसिकली डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लैब्स वाज अबॉलिश्ड, ये देखें, ठीक है, और वेस्टर्न एजुकेशन जो है वो इंडियंस को भी दी जाएगी, ठीक है। ब्रिटिश ने अनाउंस किया था प्रोक्लेमेशन एक्ट, इसमें कहा था कि रिलीजियस में इंटरफेयर नहीं करेंगे, ब्रिटिश वुड स्टॉप इंटरफेयरिंग इन रिलीजियस मैटर्स, ये देखें, दे विल नॉट इंटरफेयर। ये हमारे लिए अच्छा था, इट्स अ गुड थिंग गाइस, अच्छी बात है। प्रोक्लेमेशन एक्ट में ब्रिटिश ने कहा था कि हम आपकी प्रॉपर्टीज को नहीं तोड़ेंगे, हम आपकी मस्जिदों को नहीं तोड़ेंगे, आपके रिलीजन में इंटरफेयर नहीं करेंगे, आप फर्दर एक्सपेंशन नहीं करेंगे, आपको हम जॉब्स देंगे। क्या देंगे? जॉब्स। और वो कहाँ पे देंगे? इंडियन सिविल सर्विसेज में, गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स देंगे आप, इंडियन सिविल सर्विसेज में आपको जॉब्स देंगे। तो कितनी अच्छी बात है। और यहाँ से नेशनलिज्म भी स्टार्ट हो गया था, नेशनलिज्म के इंडियंस को पता चल गया था कि ब्रिटिश does not want to give, so we have to make our own demands। तो नेशनलिज्म का एक जो है आइडियोलॉजी स्टार्ट हो गई थी यहाँ पे। ठीक हो गया। बस ससम खान रह गया और लैंग्वेजेस रह गई गाइस। ससम खान वाज अ ग्रेट पर्सन, he was highly educated guys, इनको मेडिसिन भी आती थी, he was a chief judge as well, so he did a lot of things। इन्होंने एजुकेशन में बड़ा काम किया। आज हम कैम्ब्रिज पढ़ रहे हैं बिकॉज ऑफ हिम, we are studying O levels Cambridge because of him, he was inspired by Oxford and Cambridge education guys। तो इन्होंने समझाया आफ्टर द वॉर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस, मुसलमानों को समझाया कि बेटा ब्रिटिश से लड़ाई नहीं करो, डू नॉट फाइट विद ब्रिटिश, मेक ब्रिटिश योर फ्रेंड्स, स्टे लॉयल विद ब्रिटिश, लॉयल्टी के साथ रहो, मेक देम फ्रेंड्स एंड गेट एडवांटेज ऑफ देयर एजुकेशन। लेकिन लोगों ने इनको काफिर कह दिया। हमारे उलमा जो हैं, दे सेड कि ससम खान काफिर हैं। क्यों? क्योंकि ये इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज को सपोर्ट करते थे, इंग्लिश को। ससम खान सपोर्टेड इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज, और आज दुनिया सपोर्ट करती है इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज को। आज क्या मुसलमान काफिर हो गया है? नो वे। सो इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज क्या, आप तो बाइबल और गीता भी पढ़ सकते हैं। जितने भी उलमाज है ना, they have already studied Bible and Gita, but you don't believe on that। Of course believe तो हम इस्लाम पे ही करेंगे, कुरान पे ही करेंगे, but उलमा भी बाइबल और गीता पढ़ते हैं to make Christians and Hindus to convert into Islam। जब तक आपको दूसरी किताब ही नहीं पता, आप कन्वर्ट कैसे करोगे? वो तो कहेगा मेरे भगवान ने ये कहा था। तो इनको काफिर कह दिया था उलमा ने, क्योंकि इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज सपोर्ट करते थे। और ये जो सर का खिताब है, सर, This is given by British ने इनको honorable नाम दिया था because he was so qualified. इन्होंने बुक्स लिखी थी, रिफॉर्मर थे, वेस्टर्न एजुकेशन चाहते थे कि ब्रिटिश एजुकेशन हासिल करें हम लोग, ठीक है। ये क्या चाहते थे कि जॉब अच्छी हासिल करो, आप लोग पॉलिटिक्स में आओ, ठीक है, आप लोग। ही वांटेड टू वर्क फॉर मुस्लिम, इन्होंने बहुत काम किया, इंग्लिश पढ़ो, ठीक है, कैम्ब्रिज पढ़ो, ये सारे चीजें। तो ही रोट अ पैम्फलेट, इन्होंने एक पैम्फलेट लिखा था मुसलमानों के लिए, जिसको कहते हैं लॉयल मोहम्मदन, के लॉयल का मतलब वी आर फ्रेंड्स विद ब्रिटिश, कि मुस्लिम्स आर फ्रेंड्स विद ब्रिटिश, हम आपके दुश्मन नहीं है ब्रिटिश, हम आपके दोस्त हैं, ठीक है। तो लॉयल मोहम्मदन। फिर हिंदी उर्दू ये मैं समझाता हूँ, खैर ये सारी बातें अभी आ जाए कि इसके बिलीफ के सवाल आ जाए। अब ये बिलीफ का सवाल है, व्हाट वाज द बिलीव्स ऑफ ससम खान। अब दे विल नॉट आस्क यू कि बिलीफ बताएं, ऑफ कोर्स नॉट, लेकिन बताना बिलीफ ही है। ये बिलीफ का सवाल है कि ससम खान क्या बिलीव करते थे गाइस। ससम खान ऑलवेज वांटेड टू हैव बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग विद ब्रिटिश। व्हाई? बिकॉज मुस्लिम्स को जो है वो एजुकेशन चाहिए थी, वी वांटेड एजुकेशन, ठीक है, वी वांट पॉलिटिकल राइट्स, इकोनॉमिक राइट्स, ठीक है, हमें जॉब चाहिए थी, एजुकेशन चाहिए थी गाइस, वी वर इन पॉवर्टी। तो ससम खान बिलीव दैट वी हैव टू वर्क विद ब्रिटिश, वर्क विद ब्रिटिश, वी हैव टू वर्क विद ब्रिटिश गाइस। ब्रिटिश के साथ हमें काम करना होगा, हमें पॉवर्टी से निकलना होगा, हमें जॉब चाहिए, एजुकेशन, हमें पॉलिटिक्स में आना है, पॉलिटिक्स में आना है, इकोनॉमिकली वी हैव टू अर्न मनी। तो ये इनके बिलीव्स थे कि ही वांटेड टू स्टॉप ब्रिटिश क्रूल्टीज, ब्रिटिश जुल्म कर रहा था, ही वांटेड एजुकेशन, एजुकेशन होगी, एजुकेशन राइट्स होगी, पॉलिटिकल होगी। तो ये इनके बिलीव्स हैं। 7 मार्क में बिलीव जरूर आएंगे, अगर ससम खान का टॉपिक आएगा तो 7 मार्क में बिलीव्स आएंगे गाइस। फिर अब सवाल आता है, पासिफिक के सवाल है सर, बहुत ये सारे पासिफिक्स हैं। पासिफिक्स कि वाज अटेम्प्ट टू अचीव बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग विद ब्रिटिश, मतलब कन्विंसिंग द ब्रिटिश। क्या ब्रिटिश को कन्विंस करना इनका काम है या और भी कंट्रीब्यूशंस हैं? इज देयर मोर कंट्रीब्यूशन? ऑफ कोर्स। इनकी बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, ब्रिटिश के साथ अंडरस्टैंडिंग अच्छी क्रिएट की एजुकेशन के लिए, ठीक है, मॉडर्न एजुकेशन हम भी हासिल करें, हम पॉलिटिकल अवेयरनेस आ सके, पॉलिटिकल टू नेशन थ्योरी करी, इन्होंने अलीगढ़ मूवमेंट चलाई। व्हाट इज अलीगढ़ मूवमेंट गाइस? अलीगढ़ मूवमेंट का मतलब यही है इनके बिलीव्स के मुसलमानों को एजुकेशन होनी चाहिए, मुसलमानों की जॉब्स होनी चाहिए, मुसलमानों की जो इकोनॉमिकल लाइफस्टाइल है वो बेहतर होना चाहिए, मुस्लिम शुड बी इन पॉलिटिक्स, ये अपनी पार्टी बनाए। तो ही वाज द वन जिन्होंने पॉलिटिक्स की बात की। जो बाद में मुस्लिम लीग बनी या कांग्रेस बनी, वो इन्हीं का आइडिया था, पॉलिटिक्स का आइडिया इन्होंने ही दिया गाइस, हिंदुओं को भी मुसलमानों को भी, इंडियंस को, मतलब सब इंडियंस को इन्होंने समझाया कि भाई पॉलिटिक्स, ही वाज द वन बिहाइंड। देखिए हर चीज जिन्होंने नहीं की, पाकिस्तान बना है ससम खान की आइडियोलॉजी पे, क्योंकि इन्होंने टू नेशन थ्योरी की बात की। He stated that India, Hindus and Muslims are two different nations. टू नेशन थ्योरी इन्होंने 100 इयर्स पहले ही बता दिया कि टू नेशन थ्योरी है, कि हम डिफरेंट है, हिंदू की हिंदी लैंग्वेज है, मुसलमानों की उर्दू है, रेस, कल्चर, ट्रेडिशन, एवरीथिंग इज डिफरेंट। तो इन्होंने कहा था कि सेपरेट होमलैंड होना चाहिए। फर्स्ट टाइम टू नेशन थ्योरी में ही स्टेटेड अबाउट, ही डिमांडेड सेपरेट होमलैंड फॉर इंडियंस, इंडियंस के लिए, मुसलमानों के लिए खास तौर पे इंडियंस के लिए सेपरेट होना चाहिए, हमें सेपरेट होमलैंड मिलना चाहिए, सेपरेट होमलैंड होना चाहिए। तो इन्होंने बहुत सारी बुक्स भी लिखी, एजुकेशन के लिए भी काम किया, स्कूल्स खोले मुरादाबाद में, गाजीपुर में, साइंटिफिक सोसाइटीज भी, मतलब लैब्स वगैरह भी खोली, काफी काम किया, पॉलिटिकल अवेयरनेस लाई। अब व्हाई उर्दू लैंग्वेज वाज चूजन, लास्ट टॉपिक है गाइस सेक्शन ए का, कि व्हाई उर्दू लैंग्वेज वाज चूजन एज अ नेशनल लैंग्वेज ऑफ पाकिस्तान। तो उर्दू लैंग्वेज वाज चूजन बिकॉज ऑफ यूनिटी, ताकि सिंधी बलूची से यूनाइट हो जाए, बलूची सिंधी से यूनाइट हो जाए, बलूची पंजाबी से हो जाए। तो यूनिटी के लिए, यूनिटी अमंग द मुस्लिम्स। इसकी रिच लिटरेरी बैकग्राउंड है, लिटरेचर बहुत ज्यादा है, इलामा इकबाल है हमारे, ठीक है, ससम खान ने बड़ा सपोर्ट किया, ठीक है, मुगल्स ने बड़ा सपोर्ट किया उर्दू को, ठीक है, शिबली नुमानी, मीर तकी मीर, गालिब, ठीक है। तो ये बहुत पुरानी लैंग्वेज है, 1200 सेंचुरी से बोली जा रही है, इट्स अ वेरी एंशिएंट लैंग्वेज। उर्दू लैंग्वेज was promoted by Mughal emperors guys as well. तो उर्दू लैंग्वेज बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। थोड़ा थोड़ा आपको सिंधी वगैरह का पता होना चाहिए। चलें, अभी तो उर्दू लैंग्वेज है काफी है। सिंधी लैंग्वेज यहाँ पे रहा। सिंधी लैंग्वेज में जो है हमारी सिंधी यूनिवर्सिटी भी है, जामशोरो यूनिवर्सिटी भी है सिंधी। तो जामशोरो यूनिवर्सिटी बनाई गई है फॉर टू प्रमोट सिंधी, ठीक है। और सिंधी बहुत ज्यादा प्रमोट की गई है, मैं बता रहा था। सिंधी में शाह अब्दुल लतीफ भटाई हैं, ठीक है, सचल सरमस्त हैं, बुल्ले शाह हैं। बुल्ले शाह तो पंजाबी में, हाँ ठीक है, शाह अब्दुल लतीफ भटाई कह लेते हैं। फिर जो है सिंधी की लिटरेरी बोर्ड भी है, ठीक है, सिंधी बुक्स भी हैं, ये जामशोर यूनिवर्सिटी बनी है। तो हाउ इट वाज प्रोमोटेड, सवाल जो लैंग्वेजेस का आएगा वो आएगा प्रमोशन। 4 मार्क में आएगा सिंधी वाज प्रोमोटेड, सही है, बलूची वाज प्रोमोटेड। तो हाउ बलूची वाज प्रोमोटेड, हाउ सिंधी वाज प्रोमोटेड, इस तरह के सवाल आएंगे। तो बलूची की भी समझ लो कि रेडियो पाकिस्तान है, बलूची लैंग्वेज है, इसकी एसोसिएशन भी है, मैगजीन्स भी हैं इसके, ठीक है। बलूची में जाम दरंग, एक जाम दरंग इनके पोएट हैं बहुत मशहूर, ठीक है। मैं तो इनकी पोइट्री सुनता हूँ ना बहुत ज्यादा, मुझे बलोची सिंधी पंजाबी सब आती है। ज़ाहिर है पाकिस्तानी डिश पढ़ाता हूँ तो मुझे लैंग्वेजेस सारी आती हैं, मजाक कर रहा हूँ यार। पश्तो में जो है वो पेशावर यूनिवर्सिटी है हमारी, और पश्तो में जो है खुशहाल खान खटक है हमारे पोइट, खुशहाल खान, ठीक है। आमिर खान भी है, एक आमिर खान तो एक्टर भी हैं। तो आमिर खान पहलवान होता है एक तो आमिर खान पहलवान, तो ये हमारे पोइट हैं बहुत ज़बरदस्त पश्तो के, ठीक है। तो ये सारी चीज़ें हमारी। तो ये सवाल भी आ सकता है कि हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट वाज द डेवलपमेंट रीजनल लैंग्वेज। 14 मार्क्स का सवाल है, ये 5 रुपए का सवाल है। तो इसमें सारी लैंग्वेज बता। रीजनल लैंग्वेज का मतलब है प्रोविंशियल लैंग्वेज। रीजनल लैंग्वेज का मतलब इसमें उर्दू नहीं बतानी होगी, इसमें सिंधी बलोची पश्तो वगैरह बता सकते हो। उर्दू बताना चाहो तो बता दो, नो प्रॉब्लम। लेकिन रीजनल लैंग्वेज का मतलब है प्रोविंशियल लैंग्वेजेस। तो सिंधी बलोची पंजाबी, इनकी जो है वो आपको प्रमोशन बतानी है कि सिंध यूनिवर्सिटी है, सिंध की पश्तो पश्तो लैंग्वेज के लिए हमारी जो है KPK में यूनिवर्सिटीज़ हैं, ठीक है। पेशावर यूनिवर्सिटी है, पंजाब के लिए पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी है, बलूचिस्तान के रेडियो चैनल वगैरह हैं। तो ये हमारा सेशन है। टुडे वी हैव कंप्लीटेड द एंटायर सिलेबस विद अ क्विक रिवीजन। आई विल स्टार्ट डूइंग इट अगेन, प्लीज गाइस आप लोग क्वेश्चंस पूछ लीजिए, बट क्वेश्चन चले नेक्स्ट क्लास में रखते हैं।